Rogues Gallery is a 17-term congressman from Alaska, a former tugboat captain with a big appetite for pork barrel projects. Like Alaska Senator Ted Stevens, he's got his own troubles with federal investigators and is in the middle of a tough re-election fight. He is Representative Don Young, and Joe Johns tells us how he made our dishonor roll.
Timing. For Republican Don Young of Alaska, it's not a good time to be Senator Ted Stevens' loyal wingman in the House of Representatives. You know Stevens, the powerful Republican senator from Alaska who was just found guilty of filing false financial disclosures. Not a good connection for Young, especially since polls show him behind or at best even in Tuesday's election. Yes, Young also has fingerprints all over the infamous and wildly expensive Alaska Bridges to Nowhere. One would have his name on it. In fact, along with Stevens, Young has been an expert in getting billions in federal funds funneled to Alaska. And like Stevens, he's been successful because of seniority and his tactics. He's old school, tough and gruff.
There's always another day when those who bite will be killed too. And I'm very good at that.
Another problem with timing. Like Senator Stevens, it's been widely reported that Congressman Young is being investigated by the Justice Department. Young and his office have been connected to a number of shady characters. Super lobbyist Jack Abramoff, now in jail, and oilfield services company executive Bill Allen, who pleaded guilty to bribing public officials. Young denies wrongdoing, but there are other issues. No one is certain why Alaska's only congressman went to the mat to get $10 million to fund a road project 5,000 miles away in Fort Myers, Florida. County officials there didn't even want it, but Young insisted.
This has always been a good project. The residents of this community deserve to have a safe and effective evacuation route for themselves in case of a national disaster.
Congress never voted for the project, but it somehow got slipped into a huge transportation bill anyway. Young says he has no idea how that happened, but questions have been raised about a developer who benefits from the Florida road and a campaign fundraiser Young had in Fort Myers.
Campbell, we asked Young's attorney about this, also requested an interview with the congressman through his office. Both declined. The office said it's not news. And so for Congressman Young's ability to find himself surrounded by scandal, he's the latest candidate for our no bias, no bull Rogues Gallery.
All right, Joe Johns. And Joe, before you go, let me ask you about another Rogues Gallery member. That is, of course, Alaska Senator Ted Stevens, just found guilty of 7 counts of corruption, back in the state tonight to campaign for his re-election. What can you tell us about the reception he got there?
Well, we do know that he's got an ad up right now. It's an ad that calls the conviction hogwash, talks about the jurors actually being 12 non-Alaskans, and that could be quite an event, Campbell.
Joe Johns for us tonight. Joe, as always, thanks. And that is it from us tonight. We will see you